is it a good idea to have a second baby just to give my daughter a sibling, even though I really don't want to?
How old is your daughter?
She's only 6 months old, so I know this is a little bit
Yes.
early, but I'm not young.
You're in the middle of a tornado asking, is this the right hairspray I should be using for my hair? Right? Like,
I think so.
this isn't the moment to make any existential questions. How old are you?
I'm 35.
Oh, gosh, you're
and
not
my
old.
husband's
They're going to
36.
tell you
I know.
you're geriatric and you're 1,000 years old. You grandma lit. You're not. But
Yeah.
get me to the root of the question.
I guess the root of the question is it wasn't easy to get to have my daughter. It's been a couple of years of just I guess traumatic pregnancies and birth events.
Have you lost pregnancies?
Yes.
How many?
One.
Did you name him or her?
Yeah.
What was the name?
Gabriel. Sorry.
No, that's okay. I want to take a minute for Gabriel. I have the names of all the babies that my wife and I have lost in pregnancy through miscarriage. I have them tattooed on my body. It means something. Okay?
Yeah.
It means something. I'm sorry that Gabriel left early.
Thank you. Yeah, and with my daughter now, she was also born not breathing, and she was in the NICU for 10 days, and it's, I feel like it was a whole marathon to even have one healthy baby.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to answer this question because I kind of want to put the pregnancy kids saying kind of like I'm done. I'm tired.
Okay, listen to me. Listen to me, okay? If you're done, be done.
Yeah.
Be done. There's some, I would call it, trying to think of a non-nerdy way to say it. There's some literature some science on there about how having a sibling can help in the short term with language development and some social development and things like that, reading, things like that, literacy. I often care way less about that, but there's also some literature about conflict, right? That it can be tough on kids if they've got, so it's kind of mixed. I care way more about when your daughter is 30 and she's taking care of old mom, Jessica.
Right.
Right? That she has some siblings to lean on in that time. I don't have that literature off the top of my head. I just know that I've got friends who have one kid, and dealing with aging parents is really hard all by yourself. That said, hold on. That said, you've been through hell.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's okay to not want to go back through hell again. Personally, I would make no decisions right now. I would put a star on the calendar for a year from now when you'll be grandma 36, for crying out loud. So dumb. And by the way, yes, risks go up, blah, blah, blah. You're not old. You're 36. And are you married?
Yes.
Okay, then I would say already plan a weekend away with your husband, and you'll have an honest assessment about where you are.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another issue. Because he's pretty, he really wants another baby.
Okay.
And he keeps joking about her little brother and stuff like that. And I don't know how to I don't know how to have this conversation with him in the sense of like, just make him like understand how, because to him, like, we had we had bad experiences, but then, he sees her and like, he's, over the moon with her, and
Sure.
he, just always wants, how, men want a boy or whatever. And then, so that's kind of like where he is. He's just like so happy with everything and where we're at. And I'm still trying to understand what the heck happened.
Yeah, there you
the
go.
last couple of years.
There you go. Okay, so give yourself a second.
Yeah.
Give yourself a second. Can I give you a couple of things to do?
Mm-hmm.
Some homework assignments?
Mm-hmm.
Because here's the thing. Both you and your husband are right.
Okay.
And that makes it tough. Because you're both being loving and you're both being honoring and you both want safety. And grief and love are very closely connected. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I want you to do a couple of things, okay?
Yes.
I want you to first and foremost, by yourself, write Gabriel a letter. You're going to get frozen in that grief. And you're not going to be able to move through it until you move through it. And if he'll be brave, I want your husband to write a letter to Gabriel. And I want you all to read them to each other.
Okay.
Often in miscarriages, there's in any loss, but especially in miscarriages, there is a mismatch, if you will, of grief. One person's ready to move on. One person wants to sit in it. One person, it didn't have the same effect as it did on the other person in terms of weight or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And people fly past each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay to tell Gabriel that you were so happy that you got to be his mom for the period of time you did, that you're really sad that you never got to meet him, all those things, whatever happened,
Mm-hmm.
but it's you processing this, and then you got to share it with somebody. If y'all didn't do a small service, I want you to do that. It's not too late.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, we were really wrapped up in the medical stuff.
I know it's chaotic and it goes so fast, and all of a sudden it happens, and then you're on your way home and you don't realize what just happened, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he's got to get up and go to work. Maybe you do too. And all of a sudden it feels like the world is spinning right past you. It's just everybody's blowing and going. And then you start to feel crazy.
Yeah.
How much later after you lost Gabriel did you find yourself pregnant?
4 months.
4 months.
Yeah.
Right? So you don't even know what day it is. And all of a sudden everyone's telling you to be
Yeah.
excited for this new one. And you can't breathe until you see that baby, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then when you do see that baby, they take her away and put her in NICU for 10 days. You can't even hold your own baby, right?
Yeah.
You've been through hell.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Putting it all together,
it's a lot.
Because
And if you're not able to tell your husband, this is the moment to do that and to say, I've been holding this in. I've been through hell. And to replay what I just told you. Tell him what your experience is from the time you found out you were pregnant with Gabriel and you were so excited, it was going to be amazing, all the way up until the birth of your baby.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're in the middle of the road after a head-on collision that you barely survived, that's not the time to be looking on CarMax for the kind of car you're going to buy. Right?
Yeah.
You got to go home and you got to exhale. You got to laugh, thank God, and you got to cry.
Yeah, it feels like this sometimes. It feels like, yeah.
And I'm going to say something that's going to sound mean, but I want you to hear me saying it. I'm saying it with you, not at you, okay?
Okay.
If you don't process, if you don't share with somebody or a couple of people what's been inside your chest for all this time, and forget all the hormones and the up and down and all that chaos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you don't share that, it forms like a film between you and your baby.
Okay.
Between you and your husband, between you and the outside world. And most of the time when I say that, people know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I guess part of like why I don't talk about it a lot is I feel like a little bit of, I don't know if it's like shame or that like there's something wrong with me that I cannot keep babies healthy or
yeah. I get that. I can't experience that with you, but I remember holding somebody one time who said, I feel like my body is killing babies. And that's when it's when it hit me, how heavy the grief was.
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry. I'll just sit here with you. I need you to know that factually that's not true, but right now that doesn't matter. But what I will tell you is holding it in and not wanting to say it out loud because of the fear that it might be true, man, that's going to bury you on the inside. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a million different variables and factors as to pregnancy loss and NICU and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. And I understand like the medical, aspect of it.
No. That doesn't matter. I'm talking about the spiritual side, the emotional side, right?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. It's okay that you're having those feelings, is what I'll tell you. I'll tell you they're not right, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But one of the greatest things about being married to somebody, if you trust him and he's a good man, is that so?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a great man.
Okay.
And
Then let
great
him
father.
let him do what he said he would do when y'all got married, which is carry this with you. Don't rob him of a chance to love you well and carry some of these cinder blocks that you got inside of you right now. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, like, sometimes I feel like he kind of knows something is going on.
He does. And yet he doesn't know what it is, and so he blames himself. And so if he's safe, invite him in and tell him I can't carry this.
Yeah, he always tells me I don't talk to him or I don't tell him stuff.
Well, you don't. He's right.
I don't even know where to start.
Start with, I keep going back to that ride home from the hospital when we lost Gabriel. And I never fully processed that. And I want you to do something with me. Do you love me and will you do this with me? And he'll say, of course, anything. And then say, I want you to write a letter to Gabriel about how you didn't get to be his dad and it makes you sad. And I'm going to write a letter to Gabriel and we're going to read it to each other. And we're going to have, even if it's a short moment, we're going to have a moment together where we honor the loss in our house.
Yeah.
And then I want to tell you about how scary it was having my baby taken from me and immediately run out of the room and put on a bunch of machines and I didn't even get to hold my kid.
Yeah.
And you can ask him, tell me about what that was like for you. And these are deeply painful, deeply intimate conversations that if y'all handle with care and you're curious with each other, and what I mean by curious is if someone says, oh my gosh, I didn't know you were carrying that. Tell me more about that. Versus, that ain't true. Forget that. Let's go watch a game. Right? If people are
Yeah.
curious and they don't
Yeah.
judge each other,
Yeah.
this can
Yeah.
be one of the most unifying things you'll ever experience. But I promise you, secrets will kill you. And you know what? You're tough. I don't think they're going to kill you. I think they're just going to put a glass film between you and everyone who loves you. Your daughter, your husband, your family. And it will feel lonely inside that glass prison because you'll see everybody and they'll smile and they'll try to reach in there and hold you and they can't get through. And you're going to want somebody just to smash that glass. The problem is it's locked on the inside. And you have to open it. And opening it means you're going to have to feel all this stuff again. But this time we're going to feel it with the purpose of letting it move through us. And then tell your husband, I know with all your guts you want a second kid. You probably want a third and a fourth kid. No chance, buddy. But I know you want a second kid. Right now, this is all so heavy on me. I'm going to put this little star on the calendar. You pick the weekend place that we're going to go. Or even the morning, like the half day, I want you to take off of work. And we'll go talk about it on this day, but I just need a few months to heal and grieve before I can clear my mind. Because right now, I bet your 5-month-old daughter feels really burdensome and heavy and exhausting. In a year, man, some of that stuff really can start to change.